Hello everyone and welcome to the channel if you're here for the first time. In today's video I want to share with you another easy way of making billions of Adena by playing just around 60 minutes per day. Of course, the amount of Adena will be different from server to server based on the prices of materials and how many players farm Manor. Today's video is recorded on Lineage 2.x where I used to make around 10 billion Adena per week with Manor. So what is Manor? Well, after a clan conquers a castle, Manor can be set up between 8 PM and 4:30 AM by the clan leader or by any members who have the Manor admin privilege. Long story short, the clan leader will put some seeds for sale through the castle NPC, players will buy the seeds from the Manor manager and plant them into monsters from the surrounding territory of the castle. Then, after the monsters die, they will harvest crops using a harvester. The crops can be exchanged at any Manor manager for various materials, and in the process they turn into mature crops and deposited in the clan warehouse of the clan that owns the castle. Then you can further exchange these mature crops for various rewards. If you're a player who wants just to farm Manor, you can jump straight to chapter 4, but if you want to know the whole process, then let's have a look at how to set up Manor. You will have to speak with the Chamberlain NPC from any castle and click Manage Manor. On this window you can see the status of Manor for any other castle, you can set up the seeds that you want to sell or set up which crops you want to buy from players. So first, let's put some seeds on sale for Giran Castle. Under Edit Seed Setup, it will show all the available seeds and you can see there's two types, normal or alternative seeds. Just so you know, alternative seeds will generate just one crop per seed, while normal seeds can generate up to 100 crops. Look around and check what materials are available as rewards. For example, Chili Cobalt will get you animal bones or steel. It says here level 34, which means that for the best results, your character and the monsters you will use the seeds on must be around this level. Double click on the seed and you will open this window. Under next sales you can type how many seeds you want to sell, but in this case no more than 1800. I usually click on OK to find the selling price range, and I'm going to put the maximum price of 250 Adena per seed. The seeds on sale window has been updated with the new values, and it says down here that the next purchase value is 45,000 Adena. This is actually incorrect and missing a zero because selling 1800 seeds for 250 Adena each will total 450,000 Adena. But anyway, let's move forward. I will repeat the same steps for all the materials that I'm interested in, and the final next purchase goes to almost 776,000 Adena, which in reality is almost 8 million Adena. Okay, once I'm done, I will have to press the OK button and I will receive a message in the chat confirming that the next seed purchase price is almost 8 million Adena. Amount that will go to the castle vault once the players will buy the seeds from the Giran Town Manor Manager NPC. So let's move to the next step and let's have a look at how to set up crops exchange. As I mentioned before, crops is what you will harvest after a monster dies. If you click on the Edit Crops Setup, this window will appear and here you can set up the crops exchange rate. We are interested in Chili Cobalt for steel, so I will double click on it. On this window, same as before, I will have to choose how many crops I want to buy, but no more than 2000. I'm going to press OK to check the price range, and very important here is that the amount of materials I will get exchanging these 2000 crops is directly influenced by the purchasing price. So for example, if I choose the maximum price of 2500 Adena per crop, I will receive 2500 steel if I exchange 2000 Chili Cobalt crops. But if the purchase price is 1250 Adena per crop, I'll receive only 1250 steel or the same amount of 2000 Chili Cobalt crops exchange. So if you want to get the maximum materials, then you will have to set up the highest buy price possible. Under next reward, I'm going to pick the second reward since I want to get steel, and once I finish setting all the crops, I will go ahead and click OK, and another confirmation message will appear in the chat saying that the next farm goods purchase price is 45 million Adena, so everything seems to be alright. But there's one more thing that you'll have to do, and that is to ensure that your castle vault has enough Adena to cover the next farm goods purchase price. For that, go to the Manage Castle Vault, and I can see that there's currently 38 million Adena, which means I have to deposit another 8 million to cover the Manor purchase price of 45 million. A quick note, to access Castle Vault, members will need the Managed Taxes privilege. So that's it, Manor is now set up and we are ready for the next part, which is buying the seeds and farming the crops. Remember that I've told you that you can set up Manor only between 8 PM and 4:30 AM? Well, this means that if you set up Manor on Sunday evening, the seeds will be available at the NPC only on Monday evening starting 8 PM. Same thing applies for exchanging the crops. The Manor NPC becomes available a few seconds after 8 PM, and from that moment you can buy seeds and exchange crops until next day at 4:30 AM. If there are many players farming Manor, it will be difficult to exchange more crops, so you must be at the NPC before 8 PM and ready to catch the exact moment when Manor becomes available. In this case, it's recommended to have 2-3 friends with you so you can exchange as many crops as possible and also buy seeds if necessary. The seeds can be used only in the territory surrounding the castle, and for example, if you buy seeds from the Manor Manager located in Jiran, you can use them only in areas surrounding Jiran Castle territory. Also, the number of crops obtained from monsters is higher according to the monster's HP multiplier and level. This is the reason why it's recommended to farm Manor inside catacombs and necropolises where the monsters have X4 HP multiplier. To harvest the crops, you will need a harvester, which can also be bought from any Manor Manager NPC. The process is very simple. You select your target, click on the seed, and once the monster dies, click on the harvester to harvest the crops. It took me 1 minute and 8 monsters to harvest 387 crops, so it will take around 5 minutes to gather all the 2000 crops that can be exchanged at Jiran Castle. Now let's have a look at how to exchange these crops for materials. You can exchange crops at any Manor Manager NPC, so it doesn't matter in which town you go. But if you also want to buy seeds for Oren territory, for example, you will have to go to the Oren Manor Manager. Speak with the NPC and click on Settle Special Products to open this window. Here it will show all the crops that you have in your inventory. Double click on the crop that you want to exchange, and when the Manor exchange period starts, in this window it will say which castle is buying this type of crop, the remaining number of crops that they are buying, the buy price, and what is the reward. As I've mentioned before, you need to exchange the crops to the castle that has the highest prices if you want to get the maximum reward. Then click on this drop-down menu and select the castle you want to exchange the crops to. Press on max price to put the maximum number of crops that the castle is buying, and then press OK. Finally, press on sell to exchange your crops, and you'll have to repeat the process for each type of crops that you have in your inventory. For best results, it's recommended to exchange your crops one by one. If someone has already exchanged one of the type of crops that you also have, this window will be blank and you will have to wait for the next exchange period, which is in 24 hours. At the end of the Manor exchange period, which is at 4:30 AM, all the crops that got exchanged during this period turn into mature crops and sent to the clan warehouse. The clan leader can withdraw the crops and exchange them for various rewards by speaking with the blacksmith NPC inside a castle. Here you can trade the crops for various rewards like quick healing potions, crystals, enchants, or dual craft stamp, which is needed to create S-grade duels. Next, I want to share some tips with you. Always check the exchange rates before 8 PM so that you will know which castle has the best rates. For that, go to any Manor Manager NPC and click on View the Manor information. You can see in advance what seeds will be available to buy and the crops that each castle will buy and for what price. The best way to verify if an exchange is good or not is to multiply the number of crops with the buy price. If the result is close to 5 million, it means it has a good exchange rate, otherwise you should just avoid it. To catch the exact time when Manor exchange becomes available, I double click on a crop and cancel until under territory it will show the available castles. Here on Lineage 2 decks they have decreased the seed reuse delay from 10 seconds to 3 seconds, which means you can easily use just one character. Before, I was using 2 characters to farm Manor so that I don't have to wait 6 seconds before I can plant another seed. So that's it, this is how you can make billions of Adena with just around 60 minutes of gameplay per day. I'm 100% sure there isn't any better way of farming materials in such a short period of time. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will end the video by saying happy Manor days and may the odds be ever in your favor.